Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, so this is my YouTube channel, and I'm wearing the Tiffin sweatshirt today. The girls up there, they've got a fantastic wrestling team. They will love that I'm wearing this. But anyways, my YouTube for today, for this week, is I was with my boy Chase Peel. He fought his second professional fight, and a spoiler alert, he won in dominant fashion. So I wanted to walk you guys through exactly what we did the night of the fight. Originally, I was going to walk you through the weight cut and everything, but I deleted all that footage on accident. But I didn't delete the footage of the fight night. So I'm going to walk you through what we do when we get there, kind of how everything goes. And the first thing every fighter in the world does is they go into the cage. They go into the cage, they bounce off the ring post, they touch the pads. And this is really funny. Even me, and I know it doesn't work, is you go into that cage and we touch the, we feel the mat, and we'll feel a little bump in part of it or a little slide. Say, this is the spot. This is where I'm gonna slam him down because the pad's a little thinner here, and that's what's gonna happen. It doesn't work that way. And Caleb Nelson, a guy I fought forever ago, he said, you know what? If they can use that spot in the ring to beat me, they deserve to beat me. But anyways, this is what happened as soon as we got there.
Save it.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. He's getting used to it. Finding all the best spots to drop him in.
Yo, man. Thanks for coming out here to Idaho.
Excited. I love Chase.
Love you guys. You guys help me so much, man.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
Over here, it's bouncy. Like, if I put one leg down, the other leg comes up.
Yeah.
That's where you do your backflip.
I feel it, Ricky.
So we checked out all the weak spots in the cage, decided exactly where we're going to slam them, and then what's next? Well, there's a rules meeting. They take us into the back. They take all the fighters at once, and they explain the basic, if they're unified rules or not unified rules. What's funny is there's no such thing as unified rules. They're all called unified rules, and every state has a different set of unified rules. It's the dumbest thing. But they walk through the differences here, whether it's 2 hands down, you can knee to the head, or 1 hand down, fingertips or knuckles. They kind of go through any questions you might have. As Coach Joe always asks, can we grab the clavicle? I said, yes, you can grab the clavicle. And so that's always an option. Guard your clavicle if you're ever fighting me. But then as soon as we're done with that, we go and wrap hands. My wife wraps my hands, and I wrap my fighter's hands whenever I get the chance. Hers is better, but mine works out all right. Only one guy has ever broken his hand with my wrap. But good God, did he break his hand. I think it broke his arm even. Sorry, Ricky. But yeah, I wrapped his hands. His one hand was great. 50% of the hands I wrapped that night were wonderful. The other hand, I don't think it was my wrap that broke it, but man, did it break.
Oh.
So I got they were together.
You just have to have the two of those support the second. Use everything we give you.
My wife retired from my 5 years ago, so we both have all the things. No bad, I use left behind. Feel bad.
Now, something a lot of people might not know is primarily because boxing, there are a lot of cheats in boxing. And when I started up in MMA, there was cheating that went on in the back too. But they corrected that by making sure that a commissioner is always watching your hands get wrapped, watching your gloves get put on. And then they sign off. They make sure that I can't take anything off without the tape marks being messed with. And that's what this is.
Should I do that first? Or?
Yeah.
Drain a lot of water.
Feeling good?
Feeling great?
Yeah. Let's go knock some fools out.
I'm probably like you.
Now, the way I like to do it is roughly 45 minutes before the fight, we're going to blow your lungs. So we start with some stretching, just loosen up a little bit. We get a light, 5-minute shadow boxing, but shadow boxing with intent. We want to crack a sweat. And as soon as we have a little bit of warmness going, we've stretched out, we blow the lungs. I like going 3-minute rounds, but depending on the person, some guy whose conditioning is real good, I'll do the 5-minute rounds. If it's not so good, I'll go do 3-minute rounds. If they get tired in fights, I'll go a little bit less, so every fighter is a little different, but we blow the lungs, we expand them. Oh, and after we're done, usually I do that with mitt work, I'll do that with some light grappling, I'll do that with pummeling. We'll get them sweating real good. Well, I hate warming people up like that with myself, because then I get covered in their sweat, and yeah, it is what it is. But we do that. Once we blow the lungs out, really expand everything, we relax a little bit. And when we're done relaxing, we then go over little techniques, how to escape arm bars, how to get out of chokes, just little things to try and remember or remind yourself. So if you get caught in it during the fight, you don't panic, you're already aware of what's gonna happen, and you've just recently defended it. Now this is an important part, the pre-fight prayer. I have done it every fight I've ever been a part of, whether I'm cornering, just watching, we have a pre-fight prayer. And something I do a little, a lot of teams will do that, but something I do a little different is I invite the entire locker room. Half the people in my prayer circle I've never met before, but they'll sit there, they'll pray with us, we'll have a good time with it.
Dear Lord, thank you so much for getting us here. Thank you for giving us the determination to practice as we need to practice to perform. Please be with us. We never ask for a win, but whether we, when we win, if we win, how we win, we do it for you. We appreciate you letting us perform the way we know we can, and we just thank you for all that you're blessing us. Be with us out there. Help us get home safely, and know that we do everything in your honor. In your son's name. Amen.
Now for the walkout. This is get your blood pumping. You're walking out and there's thousands of people looking at you, cheering for you, ready for the next fight. I love this moment almost more than I love the actual fight. The fight still takes it for me, but I still love it. It's just an intensity. This freaking COVID ruining everything. I miss the crowds, I miss it.
Okay, Sam. Yes, sir. Buddy, go beat his ass. Yeah, you know what you got.
So we go out there, we win the fight, big fight. Now it's you get seconds to get that microphone. I always tell my fighters, don't thank the coaches, don't thank the team, don't thank any of that. You can thank us backstage. Thanking us in the middle of the octagon isn't going to do anything for us. Use that moment for you. Whatever comes to your mind, I want you to say onto that microphone. I want people to love what you've said. Say something memorable. Talent is important, luck is important, but being a guy people like to hear and know is even more important than that.
When you get him dropped down, the finish in the beginning was difficult because we didn't really get that wrist behind his back, and we didn't establish. Sometimes, instead of staying here where his legs are, don't go into his guard, but go into a half guard so he can't stand up.
Hey, you get ready? Call your next fight. Call your title. I said I'm gonna be. I'll call at the gym again.
Don't forget to thank Jesus. Don't forget to thank Jesus.
Jesus is a big one too.
And me.
Call for the belt. Say I'm coming for the belt. I will be the champion. I will hold the belt until I don't want it anymore. Hey, and Mama Pio would be great. She would love to hear that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moving at 44 seconds of the very first round. All right, Chase. That has been the movement to get the street here continues back to the Superman field. It was amazing, man. Where's the 11? Yeah, baby. I worked my butt off for this, man. This kid was very hard. And it was no easy day. So I researched, I showed up every day, and it paid off. All right, well, every day that can host you. What do you want to say to all these fans out here? I say you guys are the best. Every time we win something, you guys are all this the coolest feeling ever. You guys are such a good crowd. I don't think you get that many things last week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I love wrestling everyone. I love the wrestling back in my baby. So the biggest thing I can say, guys, is we're going to get some animals and don't stop because he's probably going to get it. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
And then the last thing that is done, well, they hand you the checks, but then right after that, you have to go and get a physical. Like, you get out of the cage, you walk to the backstage, and they check you out. They make sure nothing's broken, nothing hurts immensely. Because every promotion worth fighting for is going to insure you for a certain amount. They're going to give you some money, or they're going to pay for pretty much anything you hurt while in the octagon. A lot of the smaller promotions will have like a $30,000 or $45,000 limit. Like, if you develop cancer in the cage, they're not going to cover that. But if you break your finger, they will pay to straighten that out. And that's, you just go back there, they ask a list of questions as, does this hurt, does this hurt, does this hurt? And then you just say no. They usually give you up to a week, sometimes 30 days to reclaim something. So you go, well, I guess my ankle did break during the fight. My bad, I should have told you that. Then they'll give you the paperwork to go get it taken care of afterwards.
Surgery is good. Any weakness, any numbness, tingling, any legs, feet?
No, sir.
Yeah. Feel like you have any trouble with balance?
Yes, sir.
And any changes to vision?
Yes, sir.
And so there you have it. That is basically what a fight night looks for. God blessed us with a win, and Chase is just an incredible athlete. I look forward to working with him the rest of his career. He could be the first UFC champion that I've trained. He's just a wonderful human being as well, which is even more important than the fantastic fighting ability, is being a good dude. So keep it classy, San Diego. I can't steal somebody else's. I do need a catchphrase. In the comments of this video, tell me, well, what should my catchphrase be, my sign off? 'Cause I guess I do need one of those.